Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My channel is going to mainly cover subjects related to emotional healing, spirituality, inner child traumas, and inner child healing because over the last few years I have consumed a lot of content around the same subjects. I have read a lot of books on spirituality, on healing, and I think it is also the need of the hour considering everybody is so busy with their professional lives, with social media, with um, their social lives, partying, etc., all different means of escapism. Um, so, looking within is something that we need to do in order to make the world a better place for ourselves and for the people around us. So, the topic that I want to touch today is not being good enough. This is something I believe everybody goes through. This is something we experience in our school lives, in our college lives, at our workplace, in our personal relationships. We feel like we're not good enough, like we are not worthy enough, um, like we can be replaced by somebody better. We fear being replaced by somebody better. There are moments when we are replaced by somebody we think is better when it's far from the truth. You see, human beings within themselves are such complex and such beautiful, beautiful beings that there is nobody who's better than you. Everybody is beautiful in their own ways. It's just that different people have different needs and they have different matches for them. Which you see, this problem of not being good enough starts way back in our childhood. We are the first generation to have internet at homes. We were the first generation to have internet at home. We were the first, one of the first generations whose parents were glued to the TV. We grew up in front of the television. We were always in front of one or the other screen. It started with television, then we moved to desktop, then we moved to our cell phones. So this rapid growth and evolution of technology has made us miss out on something very important, and that's human connection, which is why we see problems related to relationships and self-worth, etc., being played out in our lives so much, especially in these times. um, so the particular problem of not being good enough started when you wanted love and affection and attention from your parents, but because they were so occupied with these new technologies and with their work and with their social lives themselves, which I'm sure must have been very difficult for them, you started feeling like you were not good enough, like you didn't deserve it, which is why you either resorted to self blame or you resorted to finding activities that were more stimulating. Now, whenever we find stimuli outside of ourselves, it is a means of escapism. And this is something that a lot of children pursued. Um, Now, you see, there are two kinds of dealing with the same problem, and there are also two kinds of individuals who resort to these two different ways of dealing with it. Or maybe you are one individual who resorts to both the ways in different scenarios. Either way, the solution to this problem of not feeling good enough or finding somebody or things that are more interesting, more stimulating, is to go within yourselves and reparent yourselves. Now, reparenting is a concept that's very much coming up. I'm no expert, it's just that I consume a lot of content, and I will also list down some Instagram handles and some YouTube channels and maybe some articles down in the description box for you to take a look at it and get an expert's opinion on it. But yeah, reparenting is one concept that's majorly coming up these days. It's basically when you find an emotional trauma within yourself. You observe a negative pattern being played out. You go within yourself. You trace it back to your childhood. You sit down mentally with your inner child or with your child self, and you give it what it needs. This is a means of healing. It's a way to heal your inner child and to heal yourselves, to have better experiences as adults and fulfill our needs ourselves. I believe self healing is the only way to make the world a better place, to achieve the things that we want, from a place of love and positivity, not from a place of fear or ego. And I hope we can all walk this journey together. Thank you.